Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Tony Commander J.R. Glapohkpa Chesson talk show. Today, my class will be about growing to love. Grow to love. How do we grow to love? We know that in our Liberian society, we have experienced hate of these many, many years. It's over 30 years now, I think, since our civil war, since the coup d'etat, and we have been a people beholden to hate, beholden to animosity, beholden to vengeful feelings against each other. And I'm here to tell you this afternoon that all of this has to and must stop. We as a people cannot continue to live and grow with hate. We as a people cannot expect the best things of this world when we are at war with each other still. Nothing good can come to us. Nothing good can evolve from hate. As Christians, we have a foundation in love. That's all Jesus Christ is about. Love. Love. That's the foundation of our Christian faith. And for us to say we love God, we cannot love God if we do not love each other. Because in the Bible, where it talks about hate, when people say to God, I love you, God, God says to us, do you love your brother? How can you love me and hate your brother? You haven't seen me. You see your brother every day. and you hate your brother, how can you love me who you don't see, who you've never seen? That's the question God got for us. Because the foundation of our Christian faith rests on love. So let's learn about hate and love. And that's what I bring my class to you for. Because these are the things that we overlook. We talk about hate, hate, hate. We talk about love, love, love. But what are those two words? How impactful are they in our lives? We can go to church all we want. We can read the Bible all we want. If we do not do the works of a Christian faith, our beliefs and our faith worth nothing. Faith without work is dead. You can't have faith and no work to bring people onto the faith. No, that's our duty to win souls for Jesus Christ. As long as we are on this earth and we say we are Christians, we cannot remain silent. It is our Christian duty to win souls to Jesus Christ. So let's talk about hate. We can't talk about love without talking about hate. So let's start with the negative aspect of my lesson. What is hate? Hate. Hold on, let me put my notes up. Hate means to feel intense or passionate dislike for someone or something. When you have a feeling of intense or passionate dislike for anything, you hate that thing. Another meaning for hate is to express strong dislike for, to criticize or abuse. Hate can be taught, modeled, absorbed, and even fostered. So we see hate is not something that we're born with. Nobody born hating each other. No. Hate is taught. It's modeled. It's absorbed. Huh? So that means as kids, we can learn these things from our parents. We learn these things from within our community. We learn these things from people we deal with. Okay? So, hate is an emotion that comes from deep within. And when you have hate in you, your life cannot be the same. Okay? Experiences of hate are associated with poor emotional well-being. There's no way you can be healthy when you hate people. Look at all the people around us who hate people. All they got that deep, deep animosity in them. They're not happy. They want revenge. The people in Liberia right now who were prosecuted during the war, some of them may not want revenge. Some want revenge. Some may not want revenge. But majority of them want justice. They want justice. They want to make sure that the rule of law exists, that what was perpetrated against them during our Civil War will never happen again. And there will be deterrence. All the people that committed those acts, when we bring them to the War Crimes Court and we identify them and we explain and we expose their actions, it serves as a deterrent to other people to not involve in war, in crimes, because you will be exposed. We know who you are. There is no way you can hide. And your family, everybody will bear the scar. So, you see, hate is nothing good. Experiences of hate are associated with poor emotional well-being. There's no way you can be good when your emotions are torn apart. You're mad. You're not happy. How can you be stressful? You'll be depressed. All day you will walk around bitter, mean, hit. Feelings of anger, shame, or fear are associated with hate. These are the things we suffer when we have emotional feelings. We suffer from feelings of anger. We suffer from feelings of shame. We suffer from feelings of fear. All of these generate feelings of hatred. Okay? So, your poor mental health can lead to depression. It can lead to anxiety. What is depression? You're just down and out. You know, everything negative in your life, man. You don't see no hope. You don't see no light. That depression, you just down in the dumps. You know, every day you wake up, you feel bad. You have no happiness in your life. You're depressed. Then you have anxiety, fear, anxiousness. There's no peace in your life. You have anxiety. Okay? Then you have post-traumatic stress. Who wants stress in their lives? After things have happened, then you have this stress from things you did or things that happened. And finally, suicidal behavior. So these are the poor mental well-being that hatred can lead to. Hate. Okay? When you have hate in you, you depress, you have anxiety, you have post-traumatic stress, and you have suicidal behaviors. You know, getting drunk, driving. You don't care. You won't hurt the person. You want revenge. You don't care the outcome. You just want to do it. Out of fear, out of anxiety. So hate is a terrible thing. Hate implies an emotional aversion, often coupled with enmity and malice. Enmity and malice. Those are other words for hate. Those are other words for negative feelings, for hatred, aversion, a dislike, an opposition to. Okay? So, hate implies emotional aversion, an emotional direction that is not normal. And when you couple it with enmity, malice, you want to do somebody harm. It's a wrongful act. The mind is wrong, it's not right. Malice, that's a legal term for criminal behavior. Because where there's a crime, you got to find the cause of action. You got to find the reason. And malice is also one of the underlying reasons for crimes being committed. Hatred. You look for malice. So all of that brings us down spiritually, mentally. It brings us down. We have emotional problems. We have suicidal behaviors. Some people hate people so much, they don't care about any outcome. They just want to get that person. Get that person, that's all they want. And they go after that person, no matter what. They don't care about the law. They don't care about the consequences. They don't care about retaliation. They just want revenge. They want to get back to satisfy their hateful nature. And this is where we are today in Liberia. Our civil war has brought us down to hate. It is not good for our country. It is not good for our people. It is not good for our nation. It is not good for Christians. It is not good. We got to rise above it. We got to pray to Jesus Christ. They mention it in my lesson. Prayers is one of the means of alleviating our state of hatred. So let's move on. Let's move on. You see, I take my time to do these lessons because I want us to understand in depth what we are dealing with, what we have to overcome, what are our challenges that we cannot fear, that we cannot neglect, that we cannot put aside. We as a people have a responsibility to rise above our illnesses, to rise above our mental sicknesses and diseases and overcome. We shall overcome. We have always overcome. And we cannot relent at this stage in our lives. We cannot back down. We cannot turn around. We are Christians. We stand upon foundation of love. And hatred has no place in our midst. We've got to alleviate and free ourselves of hatred. Okay? So, 7 ways to overcome hate. What are the 7 ways? 1, consider why. Why we feel this person has done us wrong. Sit down and go over in your mind. Because you don't want to be dealing with hate. You see, like me, I told you that Indian man, MP Dawala in Liberia, came to my house and brought witchcraft in my house to kill me so he can take my property in Liberia. But I've forgiven him. I've forgiven him. I had 3 strokes. I still have a bleeding also from what he did. I don't know what he brought in my house. I slipped and broke my hip. My whole health deteriorated since MP Dawali came to my house. The man who got that store called Ditko Store on Anna Street in Monrovia. He's a man dealing in witchcraft. He came in my house to kill me. But as a Christian, he didn't know. I'm not dealing in witchcraft. I deal in Jesus Christ. I deal in Jesus Christ. I have no other gods. So when you come to me with your witchcraft, you better know what you're doing. Because if you fail, I'm coming to get you. Jesus will get you. You're not going to benefit. You're not going to enjoy. You'll be punished. I left you to Jesus. I wash my hands off you. I will seek no revenge against you. I want Jesus Christ to punish you. Because you didn't attack me physically. You attacked me spiritually. Let Jesus Christ deal with you spiritually. I'm not a spiritual person. I'm a physical being. So if you come to me in the spirit, I will leave you with Jesus Christ. So this is all about hate. Now I can't hate that man. Why would I hate that old Indian useless man for? He's a vagabond. He's a gigolo. MP Dalawa loved to all the Liberian old women who got no husband so he can take their property. That's all he does in Liberia. Who won't deal with that kind of useless man? He's a gigolo. He's a low down, dirty Indian fool. And I can't deal with that man. I can't deal with him. And I don't want to deal with him. I don't want to come down to his level because I do not possess that kind of hatred in my heart. I am a Christian. And this is a lesson I'm bringing to my Liberian people. It's not easy being a Christian. It hurts that somebody can try to come in your house and hurt you and try to kill you. You won't get them back. You won't get them back. But they didn't come to help hurt you physically. They did it spiritually. So you cannot attack them physically. What comes around goes around. They got to feel the wrath of the divine, Jesus Christ. So let's get back to my lesson. 7 ways to overcome hate. 1, you need to know why you feel that this person wronged you. Sit down and go over it in your mind again and again. Why did this person hurt me? Was he right? Did I do anything wrong? You're not second guessing yourself. You are a Christian, but you want to understand why you're going to forgive this person. You want to make sure that in your mind, you have weighed all the circumstances and you feel you are right. And you ask God to free you. So you got to know the reason why. Ask yourself why you feel this person wronged you. That's the first thing. You always got to know the foundation to your hurt. Why you hurt. What this person did to hurt you. Did you do anything to them too? Did you involve yourself in your own issues? All those things you got to clear out before you want to hurt somebody, before you want revenge. Okay? Secondly, keep busy. The idle mind is the devil's workshop. The more you sit down, you're not doing nothing, you would think about what people have done to you. You would get mad, you would get anxiety, you get depressed, you want revenge, all kind of negative things. Keep busy. Find things to do. Okay? Change your outlook. Change your outlook. You're looking at things negatively now. Look at the Christian way. Jesus Christ forgave. Jesus Christ put everything behind him and move on. He didn't dwell where he passed. He didn't try to revenge. When you try to revenge against other people, when you try to pay back, you are keeping yourself stagnated. You're not moving forward. Because in order for you to hurt that person, you got to study their ways. You got to find out how to hurt them. Because that person may be stronger than you. So you got to find out how to hurt them. You got to find out their vulnerability. You got to find out how to get next to them. All of that stagnates you. Keep you from moving forward. Because if you got to take 2-3 years studying somebody to hurt them, what are you doing in your own life to move forward? Your whole life is on hold. It's on hold. So when you hurt the person now, then you're 5 years behind in your life. You got to start all over again. And secondly, hurting that person, does it give you the satisfaction to overcome what they did to you? That's the question you got to ask yourself. So the third thing is to change your outlook. First, find out why you hate that person. 2, keep busy. 3, change your outlook. Okay? If you have a negative view to things, you know you are a Christian. Follow Jesus' teaching. Forgive. Look forward. Turn away from that person. You got to deal with them. They ain't got to be a part of your life no more, except your family or your close relative. But if not, cut them off. The Bible taught us, if your left hand offends you, cut it off. You don't have to deal with it. Be a man or a woman. Number 4, look on the bright side. Get out of depression. Get out of negative thoughts and feeling. Look on the bright side. 5, they say you're just fake it. I wonder, what do you mean by just fake it? What the book mean by just fake it? But when they say just fake it, they're talking about practicing gratitude. When you hit, when things hurt you, and you feel you're generating hate, no, practice gratitude. Look at the bright side of life and be thankful to God for all the things you have. That your life isn't worse off than it is because of what that person did to you. That God was there to lift you up higher. Practice gratitude. Be thankful, understanding, and thank God. Okay? They say write a letter. You feel depressed, you feel down, you feel hurt. Take the pen, write a letter. Write all your feelings down. Express yourself. Get it out. Then burn the letter and destroy it. Okay? But just get it out. Just write it down. Let all that anger and frustration come out on the paper and the pen. Okay? And finally, number 8, forgive. It's hard. It's hard. It's a barrier. But if you can do it, your life changes. Brighter things come to you. And Jesus Christ will bless you. So those are the 8 ways to overcome hate. Find out the reason why you hate that person. Keep busy. Change your outlook. Okay? If you're looking at things negatively, change it. Start looking at the positive side of things. Okay? Look on the bright side of things. Okay? Everything will not be bad forever. The light is at the end of the tunnel. The bright days are coming. No struggle is prolonged forever. Everything has its time to end and its time to start. Look on the bright side. Okay? Just fake it. Practice gratitude. Don't let it bother you. Don't let it bother you. Fake it. Just and practice gratitude, thankfulness, understanding for the good things you have in this world. Okay? Write a letter. Put all your feelings down on paper and burn it. And finally, ask Jesus Christ to give you the spirit of forgiveness. Oh Lord, when you forgive, all your stress, all the worries, everything disappears. Just like I've forgiven MP Dalua. I've forgiven that Cape Verdean boy in Rhode Island that went to the Juju people to send the spiritual dragon to me. I forgave him. I forgave them. That's the only way Jesus Christ will plead my cause, if I forgive those people. I can't keep bitterness in my heart and ask for forgiveness. I can't. So I forgive them. I don't want no revenge. I don't want to hurt them. Let Jesus Christ plead my cause. So you see how it is? Those are the 7 ways to overcome hate. Okay? Hate can be described widely as an emotion. It's a feeling. Okay? Most of the scholars say that hate is an aversion, an extreme aversion of anger or dislike. So hate is an emotion. But hate can also be an attitude or a sentiment. Okay? It can be an attitude. That's behavior. One you act out. One you feel within, the emotion you feel within. The attitude, those are behaviors. Sentiments, it impact your behavior. Okay? So scholars differ in identifying and describing hate. Some say hate is an extreme aversion of anger or dislike. An extreme dislike. Okay? Others say hate is a blend of emotions like anger, contempt, and disgust. But you see, with those kind of things, those kind of anger, those blend of emotions, you can overcome them. You can overcome them. Okay? And others say hate is a distinct and unique feeling, different from anger, different from disgust, different from dislike. It's a unique feeling. Okay? Like no other feeling. There's malice, enmity in it. Okay, so those are the 3 ways scholars look at it. One group say it's an emotion, like anger or dislike. The other group say it's a blend of several emotions. Okay? And the third one says it's distinct and unique. So one group say it's extreme, one group say it's similar to this, and the other group say it's unique. So let's understand the 3 scholars. Okay? Let me just finalize this again. One group of scholars say hatred is an extreme dislike. That means it's way on the other side of dislike. The other group say it's not extreme. It's just a blend of anger, disgust, contempt, everything put together. Okay? And the third group say it's a distinct and unique feeling. Okay? So, what are the root causes of hatred? Let me go through my notes and put it up here. Hate is a strong emotion, often rooted in fear, mistrust, powerlessness, and vulnerability. Okay? When people are fearful of people, they hate them because They think they will do them harm, and they don't like them around. If you mistrust somebody, you can't, they're not trustworthy. They are dishonest. You don't like them because they don't tell the truth. You're powerless. These people that take advantage of you, try to control you, manipulate you, push you around. And lastly, you're vulnerable. You're exposed. Okay? You're weak. They can come and do anything they want to do with you. So all of those things generate hatred towards other people. Okay? The root causes of hate. 1, issue of power. 2, issue of control. Power and control are the root causes of hate. These two things are historical. Throughout history, people have been trying to control people, to use power over them, to dominate them. So those are the root causes of hate. When people try to dominate and control you, they use their power over you. Okay? What is worse than hate? Let me see if I got that in my notes. What is worse than hate? Hold on, I got it here. What is worse than hate? Hate is not the opposite of love. You understand that? Hate is not the opposite of love. Hate is an emotion that you generate because of anger, because of distrust, because of vulnerability, but it's not the opposite of anger. Apathy is the opposite of love. I mean, hate is not the opposite of love. Apathy is the opposite of love. It's a state of indifference or the suppression of emotion. That means you don't care. You have no interest. You don't even want to take the person up to lay them down. You have no love for them. A total disgust and neglect. That's apathy. You have no interest in that person at all. Okay, no feelings. So hate is not the opposite of love. Apathy is the opposite of love. Okay? Love is a state, apathy is a state of indifference or suppression of your feelings. Words for hate. These are words for hate. Abhor, despise, detest, loathe, scorn, shun. Those are all worse words than hate. Okay? Okay. So when you hear those words, know that these are words that have negative connotations. When anybody say, oh, I've heard that thing, or I despise you, I detest you, I loathe that thing, I scorn this thing, I shun this thing, or that thing, those are words that are worse than hate. And I told you all the biblical form of and teaching about hate. When people say, God, I love you, then God look at them and see they hate their brothers. Then God say, how can you love me and you haven't seen me? But in man you see every day your brother, you hate him. You're a liar. You don't love me. So that's the biblical connotation of hate. You cannot love God and hate your brother man. You cannot. That is why Liberians have to overcome our bitterness and hatred. We have to understand that there's a greater path for us in our Christian belief and faith. Hate has no place in the home of Christians. Hate has no place in the lives of Christians. Hate has no place in the teachings of Christians. So as a Christian, I come before you to tell you, my Liberian people, hatred is long overdue. Hatred is old. Hatred is obsolete. Hatred is dead. We as a Liberian people must put hatred aside. We must make up our minds. We must pray. We must ask God to open the way for us, if we are Christians, to set our hearts aright, to do away with hate, because we need love. Okay? Hate is a strong word that is often, no, it's not a word. Hate is a strong emotion, often rooted in fear, mistrust, powerlessness, and vulnerability. I told you that earlier. It can be difficult to address. Hatred is difficult to address because when you go to address it, there's always anger. There's always depression. There's always anxiety. There's always bitterness. So it's difficult to address. Okay? Its roots run deeper than emotions like anger, disgust, or vengefulness. When you hit somebody, that root runs deep, man. Okay? It's deeper than anger. You can get angry with somebody and the anger can go away and you come to like them again. Okay? You can get disgusted in somebody at some time, then you can overcome that. Okay? But hate is deep, man. It's deep. If you don't pray, if you don't ask for forgiveness and release, it dwells with you forever. Okay? Heal hate in your heart. How can you heal hate in your heart? Did I write that? Yes. Heal hate in your heart. 1, practice empathy. Understanding the plight of other people and trying to put yourself in their position to help them. Practice empathy. Be understanding. Be understanding. Be kind. Okay? Ask yourself about the circumstances that may have led the other person to behave in such a way. What made the person behave like that? Are they suffering from some mental problem? Do they have issues in their household? Are they not loved? Reflect on the times when others forgave you for what you did to them. And know that what goes around comes around. When people forgive you, you have the responsibility to forgive other people too. That's your God-given Christian responsibility. That's what God forgives us, because he wants us to pay it forward. Write in a journal, pray, or use guided medication. You see, even the book tells you to pray. Write it in a journal. Write a letter to yourself. Put all your problems down and then burn it. Pray. Let Jesus intervene in your life, God, and open things for you. Use guided medication. Don't just take all kind of things. Go to the doctor. You're depressed, you have anxiety, you got medication for that. Go to the doctor. Be aware that forgiveness is a process. What does that mean? It means that forgiveness does not happen overnight. Forgiveness will not happen overnight. It is a process. You got to understand that you got to work on it. Every day you wake up, you got to pray. Tell Jesus to take that bitterness from your heart. Every day you got to relate to the people that you hate. You got to overcome it. It's a process. It can't happen in one day. Okay? So, hate may not ever go away. Hate may not ever go away. It is a powerful force that can consume a person. You can learn to control hate and not let it control you. Okay? Hate may never go away. You will always hate that person. Or you want nothing to do with that person. But you can learn to control your hate. When you see them, you'll not go crazy. Okay? Like once there was a case where this woman and her husband had a big misunderstanding. And he's a cop. He had his buddy. After the divorce, she was so mad. Every time she see him, she would run there and want to fight him and do things like that his buddies arrested her and brought her to jail. And I asked her, I said, do you want to overcome this thing? Because this is control. If you get mad every time you see somebody, you have no control. That person has a power over you. Because they know if they want to set you off, all they got to do is appear before you. Whether they're talking to you or driving by you, you just got to see them. It will set you off. And you will go to jail. So control is everything. You can get mad. You can be mad. But you must understand in your heart that we live with laws. Your right ends where other people's rights begins. And if you infringe their rights, you will go to jail. So you got to understand all of that. You got to be aware. You got to be aware that whatever you do have repercussions. Okay? And you got to guide yourself in what you do. Okay? So hatred may never go away. It is a powerful force that can consume a person. You can learn to control hate and not let it control you. Okay? So, that's my lesson on hate. Tomorrow I have an interview. My next class will be on grow to love. We'll continue this topic. But you cannot grow to love without learning the foundation of hate. Because love is the ultimate trait of Christians. It's the ultimate. Nothing surpasses love. And that's what Jesus Christ came to teach us and bring into our lives. So that's my class on hate. I hope I give you a good overview of hate and how it impacts us spiritually and physically. We need to overcome it to move on as a Liberian society. We cannot grow. We cannot prosper. We cannot advance except we do away with our past. We do away with our anger, with our disgust, with our bitterness, with our need for revenge against each other. We got to do away with it and seek justice in a way of life, a better way of life for us. That's my class today. My Liberian people, I love you. I want you to understand that for us to advance, we got to come out of hatred. We got to come out of bitterness. We got to set a better path for ourselves in unity, in love, and in Christian brotherhood and sisterhood. The time of the Liberian people is now. A luta continua. My class is done. Have a good day. I'll talk to you some other time. Take heed and govern yourselves accordingly. Okay? And I see you all. I don't know what's wrong with my board. I think. Yes. Take care, my people.